I was actually on my way to go get lunch.
And you're driving to lunch, and what do you see?
I see two individuals who I later became known as Dorian Johnson and Michael Brown.
You didn't know that?
No, I did not. I saw them walking in the middle of the street, single file, on the double yellow line. I'd stopped in front of them and let them walk up towards me.
But you're still in the car?
Yes, I never even put the car in park. I didn't drive. And as they walked up, I had asked Dorian Johnson, who was the first one, to walk on the sidewalk. And his reply was...
Hold up. Now, he said he'd ask, right? Now, you're lying, bro. We know, I can look at you and tell that you said, get the fuck on the sidewalk. I know that those words came out of your mouth just by your face. I know that you get the fuck out of the sidewalk. That's what he actually said. That's how I feel what he said. He didn't politely ask anything.
We were almost to our destination. And I was like, okay, well, what's wrong with the sidewalk? And then as he passed, he just kept walking, ignoring that. Is when Michael Brown came next. And he
about to lie.
Some explicit words with me.
He exchanged some explicit words.
What do you have to say?
First words to you?
Yes. And when I looked at him, as law enforcement, we're always trained to look at people.
Now, I wouldn't knock that Mike Brown said something smart to him because the cop said something rude to him. I wouldn't knock that this young boy who was 15 years old said something negative back. I wouldn't knock that. But did he have to die?
The answer that Angela will hurt you. And I noticed that his right hand was full of cigarillos. And it kind of all clicked then. The call I heard, I was in the vicinity of where they were going. The cigarillos were in his hand. Dorian Johnson was wearing a black shirt. And that's when it hit me that these were the suspects from Miss Young.
He was aggressive in his manner.
Yes.
Say, cigarillos in his hand. Did you have any sense that he might be armed?
I did not know. I had no idea. Got on the radio and I asked for assistance.
What happens next?
I backed up because they kept walking, ignored everything I had
You're
said.
still in the car?
I'm still in the car.
That's why he was mad. Because they said, man, fuck you. And kept walking. That's why he was mad. He was mad. That infuriated him.
It was like the streets this way, my car was angled that way. It kind of blocked them from escaping, and it just kind of provided a little security for everybody. And I had gone to open the door and get out of the car. And when I did so, as I opened the door, I said, hey, come here for a minute. And that's when he turned and said, what are you going to do about it? And slammed my door shut on me.
Slam?
What are you going to do about what? What the fuck are you going to do about what? This is what I'm saying. What is he going to do about what? These are lawful citizens walking in their neighborhood.
The door shut?
Yes.
So you're trying to get out, he slams the door shut?
Yes.
And?
I, again, taken aback because I've never been trapped in my car. I used my door to try and push him back and yell at him to get back. And again, he just pushed the door shut and just stares at me.
So you're staring each other down?
Yeah, he stared at me. He's like almost over top of me. It looked like he was trying to intimidate me. And as I look back at him, all of a sudden, punches start flying.
He threw the first punch?
Yes. He threw the first one and hit me in the left side of my face.
He threw the first punch. After this altercation, there was film showing him. It took him 2 hours to go to the hospital from the police station. So in those 2 hours, I'm figuring what they were doing was getting this story right here. They were coming up with this shit that he's saying right now. That's what he was doing. The 2 hours it took him to go from the precinct to the hospital.
As you know, some of the witnesses have said that they saw you trying to pull him into the car.
That would be against every training ever taught to any law enforcement officer.
So just because it's against it, that don't mean you didn't do it.
Did you land a punch?
Yes, he did. The first one that he hit me in this side of the face, right in this area. And then I don't know what or how many hit me after that. I just know there was a barrage of swinging and grabbing and pulling.
Unbelievable, bro.
For about 10 seconds.
What's running through your head?
What provoked such an aggressive response?
What provoked such an aggressive response?
My goal when I had...
Exactly. The dude is like, yo, this shit don't make, it's so obvious that this boy is lying. It's crazy. And you could tell that the reporter don't believe nothing that this dude is saying. What I don't understand is, he just asked the question of all questions. What was the frustration? Why was Mike Brown mad? Because, first of all, you backed up your vehicle, almost hit both of them because he was with his friend. And then you open your door while they was right beside him. I noticed how it happened. That's how law enforcement is. You open the door, hit them with your door. Mike Brown and them, he got upset. He's the bigger one. He got upset. Yo, man, what the fuck you doing? Boom, boom, boom. And you took your left arm out there and you grabbed him by his neck. You kind of pulling him in the car because you mad that he's not listening to you and he's mad. You're mad. That's what was happening.
Originally tried to get out of the car was to get out and just talk with him for 30 seconds till backup arrived. And then we could investigate the stealing further. I had reached out my window of my right hand to grab onto his forearm because I was going to try and move him back and get out of the car to where I'm no longer trapped. And when I felt it, I just felt the immense power that he had. I mean, the way I've described it is it was like a 5-year-old holding on to Hulk Hogan. That's just how big this man was.
Hulk Hogan?
He was very large.
First of all, he was a teenager.
You're a pretty big guy.
Yeah, I'm above average. I'm about 210, 215, but you know, from what I've heard, he was around 290.
Basically, you're saying you're a pussy.
Coming back around with his left hand, and it's in the shape like this, and it comes.
Can't even call you a pussy. You're a pussy tougher than you.
I mean, the next thing was, how do I survive? Because I didn't know
how do you survive.
Yes, I didn't know if I'd be able to withstand another hit like that. I mean, you hear all the time, one punch and someone gets knocked out, and if I'm knocked out, then what happens to me? Because then I can't defend myself at all. So that was my fear, is if he hits
yo,
me
this
again,
dude is so full of shit, yo.
So that's what you're thinking at that moment. I can't get hit again.
Yes.
I can't get hit again.
I actually went through my progression of how do I get out of this? What do I do? What's my force that I'm allowed to do? And my training just overrode everything you could ever think. I mean,
yeah, because you got frustrated. You got upset.
Mace. But if I would have used that, it would have not only disabled him if it got to him through both our sets of hands, but it would have disabled me.
So you go through the checklist, the mental checklist, you rule out mace.
Yes.
This is all happening in a split second.
Yes. And the only thing option I left was my firearm. So I drew my firearm. And
Where's your gun at that point?
I keep it on my record. I take it out and I come up, I point it at him.
So you're no longer holding on to his arm.
No, my left hand is now blocking my face, and I'm now getting my firearm with my right.
Okay, so show us exactly what you did.
I was like this, and I brought my gun up like that. And when I said, get back or I'm going to shoot you. And then his response, immediately, he grabbed the top of my gun. And when he grabbed it, he said, "You're too much of a shoot me." And when he did that, he had twisted it and put it down into my hip, and I had the barrel dug into the crease of my left hip. And while he's doing that, I can feel his hand trying to come over my hand and get inside the trigger guard and try and shoot me with my own gun. And at that point,
This is on national TV. Obviously, it's after he got acquitted. He went into hiding and everything. This is unbelievable. This is unfucking believable.
envisioned a bullet going into my
Literally.
I thought that was
Unbelievable.
amazing.
Both your hands are on the gun at that point?
Yes. This hand's trying to just get it back, and my right hand was on like the pistol.
And his hand's over yours.
Yes, it was over top.
What do you do?
I managed to wiggle, only a couple inches. I just slide over just slightly, and the force of him pushing down actually slid off the side of my leg. And when it slid off, it's now pointing down at the floorboard. Well, I didn't have enough strength to pull the gun up, and with just one hand, I couldn't maneuver it. So I took my left elbow and locked it into the back of my seat, and I just pushed as hard as I could like this with both my arms. And I ended up getting it to slide up my leg towards my knee. And when it got to, fully out reach, I noticed it was lined up with the silhouette of his body. And that's when I pulled the trigger for the first time.
What happened?
Didn't go off. The gun was actually being jammed by his hand on top of the firearm. I believe his finger was blocking the hammer from striking the slide. So I tried again, and again another click. And this time I'm like, this has to work, otherwise I'm going to be dead. He's going to get this gun away from me. Something's going to happen, and I'm going to be dead. So I pull a third time, and it finally goes off. It went into the door. And when it went into the door, my window had been rolled down. So the glass from the window then exploded up from the door. And when it exploded, I just remember seeing a big chunk of glass come over my hand, and I see blood on my hand. And I didn't know what it was from originally. Later I found out it was actually his blood because I wasn't cut. But after the glass flies over, I look at him, and he kind of backs up about 6 inches to a foot. And it kind of startled both of us.
That was the first time you'd ever used your gun, right?
Yes, it was.
What were you thinking?
We were both in shock. That's all. It was shocking having to pull it, but it was also at the same time it was shocking that this was the only option I had. After I looked at him,
That was his only option.
His aggression in his face, the intensity just increases, and he comes back in at me again. And when he comes back in, I just block my face again, and I put my gun up and try to shoot. Well, it doesn't shoot that time either. Now it's jammed again. Again, training just kicked in. I never even thought about it. That's just your gun jams your racket, you get a new round in there. And when I did that, I wasn't looking at him. I was just like racket, expecting another hit, and I put my gun up and fired. And after I fired that shot, I look over. He's running.
It went off that time.
It did go off that time. He starts to run, and I see the dust cloud behind him, and I'm like, okay, I missed. That was the round didn't hit him.
He see a dust
Then I go
cloud
to exit my
behind
car.
him.
And when I'm getting out,
dust
I'm
cloud
walking, and I said,
in the
"Shots fired,
street."
more cars." And I start chasing after Michael.
This dude is Yo, you see a dust cloud? They are in the street. They are in the middle of the street. Are they not in the street, or are they in like the woods or the desert or something? Like a dust cloud, my G? Really? How much dust can you kick up off of concrete?
You sent that radio message, shots fired, send no cars, but nobody got it.
No.
How come?
Found out later my radio during all the altercation, which was down on the side, which is where my portable radio's kept, the channel was changed from 1 to 3.
That moment before the second shot, you guys are staring at each other, and you said there was a look in his eye like something you'd never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
You described it as a demon.
Mm-hmm. It was a very, very intense
Wait a minute.
image he was presenting. I was so shocked by the whole...
Hold on. This dude said he looked like a demon. Okay. I've never witnessed a demon in real life. I don't know what a fucking demon looks like. Like in the comment section, have you ever seen a demon in real life? The only time I've seen a demon is on movies and shit. And they called it a demon. If they would have called it a monster, it would have been a monster. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. He looked like a demon? What does a demon look like? Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me this was his testimony and people didn't see that he was lying? Like, the jury didn't see that he was lying? This is a jury, supposed to be a jury of our peers, right? How do you not see that this motherfucker is lying? I don't even have to study psychology for fucking 20 years to see that this motherfucker is lying. I could tell he lying, nigga. You're lying.
Interaction, because this was escalated so quickly from a simple request to now a fight.
And whose fault is that?
And it still doesn't make sense to me why someone would act in that way and be so mad instantly, so aggressive instantly.
He then does run away.
Yes, he does.
How far does he go?
I don't know, I mean, around 30, 40 feet.
At that moment,
30, 40
you called
feet.
for help.
Yes.
Why not stay in the car? He's running away.
My job isn't to just sit and wait. You know, I have to see where this guy goes. My goal wasn't to arrest him. My goal was to maintain a visual on him. And I was worried.
Your goal wasn't to arrest him?
I knew I had backup on the way.
And then
You knew you had backup on the
He
way.
does stop.
Wow. Wow. Just fucking wow, yo.